I'm Mira Garvy with Job Market Solutions, and I'm here today with Taylor Meadows for a fun and quick interview to learn more about how she, as a brand management and social media marketing professional, has had to reinvent a little bit in light of COVID-19. So Taylor, thank you so much for being here with us today.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. So let's go back to 2009 when you were a brand new graduate and we were in another economic crisis and you were looking to land that first job out of college. Tell us what it was like for you to find work at that time.
Well, I already had no clue really what I wanted to do. Majored in public relations. But again, going out to the world, it was, everything was uncertain. So couple that with the economy, unemployment being at like 10%. I immediately just started to apply for PR jobs. And I remember working on my resume and emailing our career services professional person at UNC and going on our alumni database and connecting with people. And even then, like having those connections, because the great thing about, I feel like with any university, alumni, everybody wants to help. And, but even in making those connections, it was still really hard. I was constantly just networking. And so I just finally, sort of just sucked up my pride and was like, I am 23 and I'm going to have to take an unpaid internship. And it was with a PR firm. I moved back to Raleigh and did that, but I knew I had to get it on my resume. It's like, I have to put something on my resume.
Right. And you've had this successful career now. So 10 years later, you've been doing brand management, social media marketing, communications, and had worked your way up to the director level when COVID-19 hit. And so you've scaled way back pretty suddenly in the amount of work you're being asked to do for that company. So you're back to doing some freelance and contract work. What advice do you have to share with people who may be looking to get into that contract type position right now?
Yeah, no, absolutely. It's definitely something, and I feel like in my generation, that's a lesson that a lot of folks in my generation need to learn is sometimes you have to do the things that you might not find the most interesting, or that you don't get paid what you once were paid, but that's okay. Like that experience is so valuable, and those people who you are helping, they won't forget that, and they could be a great reference for you. Or they may know somebody who is looking for full-time work instead of, contract work.
Right.
And my advice is just to really tap into your network. So if your work was scaled back like mine, or you were furloughed, you have connections. And it's just like getting creative and, just ask people. Even if you're uncomfortable talking with people or you don't consider yourself to be an extrovert, it's just like, just talk to people.
Well, you made some great points. I mean, number one, think of networking as a long range proposition. It's meant to be an ongoing conversation with people where you're not only asking for favors, but you're adding value. It's a two-way thing. And then another point you made was, talk to anyone and everyone. You never know where a job lead or an actual job opportunity might come from. So your personal network is also fair game. And I love what you said too about, never being above an opportunity, a job, whether it's unpaid or a side project or with a company or, individual that you would not normally, or doing something you would not normally do. I think those are all great points for people right now. So thank you for sharing.